Hey guys, so it's been a while. I haven't filmed in like 3 weeks. I've just been really busy, but I'm really trying to stay consistent. I really enjoy making these videos, so I want to stay consistent in doing them. I'm sorry if you guys hear any noise. There are people in the hallway, but yeah. I also have a new hairstyle. It looks really cute. And I also want to thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. So I want to make this video about me going to college for free and getting a full academic scholarship, and just more information on scholarships and applying for them. So I'll take you guys back and tell my story about me going to college for free on academic scholarship. So I attend Morgan State University. I'm from Baltimore. I went to school in Baltimore. In high school I had a pretty high GPA. I took AP classes. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't that involved in high school, but I took AP classes and I had a good GPA, and I had to community service hours to change to graduate and all that kind of stuff. So when I applied for colleges, because I had a high GPA, I assumed I was going to get academic scholarships for most of the colleges I applied for. So to give you guys some background, I applied to Howard, I applied to Spelman, Morgan, College Park, Towson, Temple, Clark Atlanta, sorry, and I think that was it. So about 8 or 9 schools, and Morgan was the only one that gave me a full academic scholarship, even though I had a really good GPA. Like my GPA was almost a 5.0 because I had AP classes, so it's probably like a 4.7, something around that. So even with my high GPA, I wasn't able to obtain as much scholarship money directly from the schools that I thought I was going to be able to. So I ended up applying for a few scholarships, and I did get a few scholarships, but it wouldn't have been enough to cover any type of like semester of college anywhere else or anything. So I ended up going to Morgan, and since I attend Morgan, I'm a Martin D. Jenkins scholarship recipient. I actually don't think they have the scholarship anymore, but anyways, it's a full academic scholarship, totally based on merit. You don't have to apply for any separate application. It just comes with your acceptance to Morgan. And so I receive full room and board, full tuition and fees, and I also receive $500 a semester toward my books, which in the beginning $500 toward my semester and books was good, but as you get more into your major classes, your books do become more expensive. So now $500 covers like 2 books, but the money does roll over each semester, so that's very helpful. So that's about me. My scholarships, I know that I also received scholarships from outside organizations. So I received $3,500 from a scholarship. I think it was a sorority foundation, and then I received an additional scholarship from I received $3,500 altogether. So I received a scholarship from my alumni foundation from my high school, and I received one from a sorority foundation. And when I got those scholarships, the one for the alumni foundation from my high school, all we had to do was apply for the broad alumni scholarship foundation, and they would pick, you would win one based on, I guess, what the person who was giving a scholarship, like what they were looking for in a candidate. So I know the one I received was for a student who was going to an HBCU. So I attend Morgan, an HBCU. So my scholarship was $2,500 towards me receiving HBCU, and since I do receive a scholarship from Morgan, I did get it in a refund check, which was really helpful. So now I'm about to be a junior next year, which is so crazy. I feel like freshman year just started, but I'm about to be a junior. So I've been applying for scholarships now just so I can have a little wiggle room as far as refund check and things like that, because it will make some things a lot easier. I know that I'm involved in different programs, and you do have to pay for your travel sometimes, so I just want to have that wiggle room. So I've been applying for scholarships, and I want to tell you guys about how I've been applying for scholarships, different tips that I have, different websites that you can go to, and all that. So yeah, I also just attended this like scholarship thing that we just had on campus today, and that's where like some of this information came from. But I've also been applying for scholarships since like maybe I started like a week or 2 weeks ago, and I definitely wanted to make a video about this because I think that it's really helpful for you guys to know about scholarships and how to apply for them and how to like get the best results. So yeah, so my number one thing about scholarships, if you're in high school, definitely make sure your GPA is good, because I feel like your GPA is like the first thing people look at as far as like scholarships or any type of thing like that. Like I feel like your GPA is the most important. So if you have a lower GPA, or even if your GPA is lower but you're working towards bringing it up, that's also good, because I think that scholarships will look for that persistence, that determination for you to be able to bring your GPA up. So if you're like a sophomore, your GPA is like a 2.5 in high school, and maybe by your senior year you can bring it up to like a 4.0 or like a 3.8 or something. That would look good because it shows that you're motivated and you're determined to bring up your GPA. Because I know that when you're in high school and like your freshman, sophomore years, you're not really thinking about college, but those years are very important. If you're not doing so well in your freshman and sophomore years, you could definitely still bring your GPA up your junior, senior years and be able to apply to school your dreams and be able to win scholarship money. So that is also important, because you could write an essay about that. I know that a lot of essays are about like, tell us about a challenge that you overcome, or tell us about yourself, or tell us about your career goals. So I know that that one can definitely be used for tell us about a challenge you overcome if you were able to bring your GPA up or anything like that. I think that it's also important to be involved and to be involved on campus. This goes for college, high school, whatever. To be involved on campus, I think that looks good. Or not even if you're not involved, to like be involved in some type of way, whether it's on campus, whether it's in programs that'll help with your career, whether it's in your church, different things like that. That'll look good to scholarships, that'll look good to colleges. If you're in high school, and if you're in college, that'll look good to scholarships. It demonstrates that you're doing something other than just school, and you're pursuing things that you're passionate about, that'll help with your career, things like that. So those are my main things as far as like scholarship goes. So definitely like have a good GPA, because I feel like that's the first thing that anybody looks at, and then to be involved and demonstrate some motivation and leadership and those type of things. People love that kind of stuff. So I wrote down some tips as far as like websites and stuff. So one website that I've used for scholarships is FastWeb. It's really easy. So all you have to do is fill in, this is for like college or high school, all you have to do is fill in a profile, and you fill in like your GPA and your major, what school you're going to, things like that. And basically it'll give you like a whole bunch of scholarships that you're matched with, that fits your profile, and you just apply for them. I don't think I received any scholarships from FastWeb, but their website is very easy to use and it'll be very helpful. It gives you a large pool of scholarships, and so it makes it really easy. Another website that is like FastWeb is Capex. I've never used this, but I learned about this today, and it's a website that's like FastWeb, and it gives you like a pool of scholarships to apply for. So you'll like boost your chances of getting a scholarship because there are more options. Another website to use if you're in Baltimore, I'm pretty sure, is CollegeBound. This is for anybody. I didn't know CollegeBound had scholarships for people who were in college. I thought it was just high school, but I'm pretty sure they have scholarships that are for people who are in college as well. So that's another website to use for scholarships. And then I also have some tips for essays as far as scholarships go. The number one tip is to make sure you're answering the question directly. Like, try to get in all the parts of the question that they're asking. I know sometimes in scholarship essays, I just did one actually, and it had like different parts like A, B, C, and it wants you to address like different questions throughout your essay, and make sure you make it flow and make it sound like a story. I think that that's important, to make your essay read like a story, like go from like beginning, middle, end of whatever your situation is, and then tell how it affected you, or tell how it's made you a better person, or something like that. I think that shows good writing skills, as well as showing what kind of person you are and how this scenario has affected you and made you a better person or helped towards your goals or stuff like that. I also think it's important to really proofread your essays. I know that I was reading through my essay and I kept spelling lead instead of lead. So little mistakes like that, I just think that it shows a lack of care. So it shows like you're careless or you don't care, and that's not a really good way to show. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, but try to limit them as far as your proofreading goes. Don't always rely on spell check, because they're definitely not going to catch everything. Get other people to read your essays if that's possible. I know that I've had my dad read my essays, or I've had my best friend read my essays, just to get other opinions, because sometimes you'll read it and think that something's there, and then somebody else will read it and be like, what is this supposed to mean? But so you want to make sure that you're getting other people to proofread your essays. I know that a lot of colleges have writing centers. I know my high school had a writing center, so if you're in high school, try to get like somebody from writing center to read your essay, or get a counselor to read your essay, or anything like that. I know in high school, like my counselor for the program I was in, she was really, really good as far as our essays went. She would always proofread them. We would like meet with her and she would read our essays and stuff. She even still like remembers our essays 2 years later. So I think it's definitely important to get somebody to read your essay, to make sure that you proofread it and make sure it flows, and also make your essay entertaining. Like these college people, college admissions people, scholarship people, they read these essays like all day. They're reading all these essays from all these applicants. You want yours to stand out. You want it to touch somebody, to make somebody feel something, you know. You don't just want it to be like boring and like, and so this is what happened and this is it. Like you want to like use detail to make the person feel what you felt, or use detail to make the person like view you as a stronger person, or as a person who is determined or motivated. So you just want to make sure that you're portraying yourself in the best light as far as your essay goes, and to make it entertaining to the reader. And you also just want to make sure that you proofread and check through your essay and make sure that it's right and on point for the scholarship. So those are all my tips. I would definitely put the websites that I mentioned down below. If you guys had any suggestions as far as video content or anything, definitely let me know. I think I'm gonna lay off on the vlogs for a minute, because I haven't really been doing anything that I feel like is vlog worthy. But when I start doing stuff that's vlog worthy, I will vlog it. I know that the weather is getting warm soon, so there might be stuff going on campus. I know that in April we have I Love Morgan Week, so that's something to look forward to. I'll definitely try to vlog that. Yeah. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later.